So, here we are. Starting in the right position, playing in the orange suit, and is the first player playing for Team Beast. It is Avanhokie. And playing in the yellow suit, starting in the 12 o'clock position, it is the yellow Terran playing for Team Drag. It is Winawer. Now we're gonna fix Avanhokie here, who's for some reason gone out of place. There we go. And we're gonna fix the player score while these guys are just building up in the beginning. Should be 0-0. There we go. Alright. So playing TVP on this map is actually not that easy or not that hard. I think Terran has the upper hand since the second expansion for Protoss, which is over here. Has that little has a cliff that you can easily put tanks beneath, and yeah, quite hard. And as I said when we watched the tier 1 games, don't put the gateways too close to the ramp and the cliffs, because then you're gonna get sniped by tanks from the upper level. Oh, this is an early gas. Are we gonna be seeing a 2-factory build here from Winawer? Pretty old school, seems. And on the other side, basic stuff from Avanhokie. Now someone is coming. Hello! So Barrack is now down for Winawer, and core is being built by Avanhokie. First scouts are out, so gonna be interesting to see here where Winawer is going. He's going for a 12 o'clock spot, while Avanhokie is going for the 9 o'clock spot. There's the first factory. We don't see an expansion build here from Winawer. He has pulled his gas mining SCVs. So this is going to be interesting to see what Winawer is going to do here against Avanhokie. Avanhokie, on the other hand, on the side of the map, is making his gateway. And he has this hidden pylon, or is it just to make sure that he doesn't get dropped or proxied? I don't know. Winawer still looking for that Protoss base. This seems to be an early push, don't you think? I think it is an early push here. Alright, so tank is being made, and we have a bunch of Marines being produced here. 4 of them actually, and the first Dragoon is out. Still making all them pylons around the base here to make sure that he doesn't get proxied. We have the range coming up here for the Dragoons, and Winawer finally found the Protoss opponent. And there's the first tank. Next up is another tank. Oh, and this is quite smart. These are on high ground and the Dragoons can't get up there. And now there is 6 Marines and 1 tank actually. So this is going to be interesting to see. 7 Marines now. The Dragoons going around to try and hit the Terran base from behind. Meanwhile, 2 more Dragoons being produced here. And we have spider mines coming up. And the first Dragoon is gonna go down there. The second tank is up, and The leftover Dragoon is now teaming up with the newly produced ones. So here's the Terran push. Let's see how this goes. Sniping all the Marines. And is he gonna get one of the tanks? No, he is not. He lost one of the Dragoons actually. One of the other Dragoons is badly hurt here. He has a Vulture. So this doesn't look good for the Pros play actually. He will be losing one more Dragoon here. And one of them is actually really hurt here. So Winawer though, being on the safe side, haven't followed up with any CVs here. So this might be hard. He needs to repair those tanks. You don't want to lose them. But here we go. Siege mode soon done here. Or just started. Oh, boom! He actually managed to kill that mine. That's some really good microing there from tier 3 player. I couldn't pull that off, even if I wanted to. So really good there by Avanhokie. What's going on base? We have the Citadel and we have robotics coming up. So probably gonna be seeing Templars, Dark Templars coming soon. So siege mode now done and the first Dragoon is sniped off. SVs have been pulled to the front to repair. Right, Avanhokie here trying to expand. He might lose that expansion actually, so don't know if she should be cancelling that now. This is a tricky situation for Avanhokie actually. He doesn't have the Templar Archives yet. He has the Citadel. And he's building a shuttle and observers. So the shuttle is ready. What is he gonna drop with it? Well, it's gonna be 2 tanks. Right, the first Dragoon that is dropped is going down. Second one as well. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. Kill off the tanks. They did a good mine pool, but actually missed out. And there's another mine pool. Still didn't kill any tanks. This does not look good here for Avanhokie. And the first observer is going down and GG is called. Avanhokie taps out. That was one quick game. This means first game goes to the Terran player Winawer. Alright, a quick game, solid play there. Really showed that Winawer had practiced that strategy. And was a bit more prepared maybe than Avanhokie. Next map is going to be Fighting Spirit. Classic. Or not classic, just basic. Right, so let's get on. Starting in the top right position, playing in the brown suit, it is the Pros player from Team Beast, Avanhokie. And starting in the bottom left position, playing in the purple suit, playing for Team Drag, it is the Terran player, Winawer. I am going to shut off the notifications as well. Here we go. So last game we saw Winawer pull off a pretty early push and managed to pull it off. Winning the first game really solid. Let's see what this game brings. They're actually starting as far away as possible from each other. So This game might be a bit longer, but we'll see. Right. Nothing fancy going on yet. We have the first pylon. Should be seeing a gateway coming up. We have the basic supply here. Should be seeing barrack being made here. Yes, we do. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Winawer is going for an expansion this game, or if he's going for the same strategy with an early push. He seems to be, because he's doing an early gas here. Same goes for Avanhokie. So this will not be an expansion or an expanding strategy from Winawer, the Terran here. He's probably gonna be going for an early factory and gonna make an early push again. And looks like we're gonna have early dragoons from Avanhokie as well. Do we have a... Nope, we're not seeing any Zealot coming out here. So there's the pylon. So this is going to be an early dragoon build as well. And the factory has been started here, and the second supply. So this is gonna be an early push. You haven't produced any Marines yet, so kind of interesting to see if he's going for 2 factories this the game, or if he's going for 1 factory build. Yeah, he's producing more Marines now. So that was not just the Marine to chase off any scouting probes. Oh, we have a citadel here. So this is probably gonna be an early DT rush from Avanhokie. That's bold. Now, the thing that gives it away is that he didn't put up a second pylon. So Winawer should be knowing that there is something going on when there's only 1 pylon, 1 gateway, and white cybernetics core, and there is the fake range coming up. Might just cancel that. Yes, he did. Yes, way too late. Oh! A Stargate. That's a new one. Alright. So is this gonna be a scout build? Maybe. Or is he going for a really old school carry rush? Nope. Templar Archives. Alright, I have no idea what's going on here. This is interesting. So this is very off meta, and I like it because I never play by the books. Interesting. Can he really support both Scouts and Dark Templars? I doubt it. He doesn't have that much minerals right now. He's actually expanding as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see what is coming out here. No Dark Templars yet, and nothing being produced in the Stargate. And what's this little fella gonna do? There's the DT. So are we gonna be seeing a scout? Give us a scout. Come on, give us a scout. Give me a scout. It's an Arbiter. Very interesting. Winawer though knows that there is going to be a DT coming out here, so he's being prepared. He's building the turrets in his expansion, and in his main he's also getting the academy so he can get the scans for when he's gonna go push. Well, this is a really weird strategy here from Avanhokie. I really like it. Also making this portal. So Winawer now gets his expansion. So right now there's not many units here from Avanhokie. The TT is outside the Terran base. Haven't moved into check yet. And there's actually no robotics here, so he doesn't know if there is any mines in the entrance to the base here, so yeah. As I said, this is gonna be interesting to see what Avanhokie is gonna do with this strategy. Here we go, more gateways being added now at least. And we have an Arbiter coming up. That's a really expensive strategy this early in the game. It haven't gone like, yeah, it's not 7 minutes into the game yet and he's already producing an Arbiter. So yeah, well, the Dark Templar is still sitting outside the Terran base. Maybe he's just there for scouting, because he haven't moved. Just making sure that nothing goes out from that Terran base. There's the first vulture going out, and the DT seems to be on hold. Well, this is interesting. What is this gonna do? Oh, we have a recall coming up. So this, alright. So we have a bunch of Zealots. So we have Zealot speed being upgraded. I don't know if you really need a recall and an Arbiter to get a bunch of Zealots into the base here. It would probably be more much cheaper to get a robotics and a couple of shuttles. But yeah. Well, having them makes them invisible, so that's quite good. So what is this guy gonna do now? Alright. So Winawer actually have been scanning the product space, so he knows that there's something coming up here. This is making a lot of turrets. We heard those scans going off, so we know that there has been scans in the product space and he knows something is up. So most likely he knows that there are Arbiters coming in. Well, as I said, this is a very expensive strategy, and it is a strategy that takes a lot of time and effort. So right now, if Winawer would have pushed, it might have been hard for Avanhokie to withstand one of those pushes, because this is a lot of tanks. And now he's adding a bunch of vultures as well, and in the product space we only have Zealots and 4 Dragoons. And another Arbiter is coming out now, so I have no clue what Avanhokie is up to. More and more Zealots coming out here. Right, Winawer now is making ready for his push, and Avanhokie is going for his second expansion. TT is still outside the base here, and here we go. Arbiter is moving in. He's gonna be able to recall here. Okay, so the Arbiter is in. And there's... Alright. So we have the recall. A bunch of Zealots is actually in the Pra's base right now. And Winawer has to turn around. So how much damage can they do? They get a turret. They get a bunch of supplies here. Are these Zealots actually gonna make a big difference into this game? Starfighter is not moving, so all these Zealots are now being visible. But this is a lot of supplies going down, and Winawer is actually supply blocked right now. So alright. So the recall has been cleaned up by Winawer, but he is supply blocked, so he can't produce anything else. And in the other end of the map, Avanhokie now has another army of Zealots and another Arbiter coming out. And Winawer is now going for another push here. So will we be seeing another recall, or is Winawer gonna get there in time to start pushing through the Praros base? Winawer with a lot of minerals right now because he is supply blocked. And there's the second push from Avanhokie, another recall in the Terran base. Which means that Avanhokie have been saved by the recall again, and Winawer had to turn back. So is he getting enough of these? He's actually killing a lot of SCVs right now. And is he gonna be able to save the Arbiter? There is a lot of scans here, so this recall is gonna be cleaned up as well. Well, we have another Arbiter coming in here. But we don't have another Praros army, so we might be seeing another recall. There is still two Arbiters in the Terran base, and both of them lacking energy right now. But we might be seeing a recall coming from this guy. Avanhokie is still trying to expand here all over the map. Seems like he had forgotten about this Arbiter, and he is gonna die. Bye bye. Winawer now building turrets all over the center of the map to make sure that no more Arbiters is going through. So this Praros army is now looking pretty scary for Avanhokie, and we have a Terran army that is not moving out, still in the base. So here's the interesting part, to see what can Winawer do with his army that is out. He has half his army back home still, to make sure he doesn't get overrun by another recall. And Avanhokie has a lot of units. That is a lot of Zealots and a lot of Dragoons right now. It's now moving out with half of the army. So let's see how much damage they can do. Winawer won't be able to break this expansion right now, but it now knows what kind of size the army of Avanhokie is, and that there is basically only Zealots in the army. So he will be producing a lot of vultures right now. Yes, he is. Right, he's also mined out in his main base right now, and the Praros army is guarding the new expansion. Winawer now pushing the second expansion, and there's the Arbiter without any energy, so he won't be able to recall anything. This is gonna be interesting, because this army is now coming in a straight line, and that might not be the best of ideas versus this kind of army. And that is a lot of silos going down there. And this does not look good for Avanhokie right now. All these vultures just cleaning up all those silos. And managed to save 5 of those tanks as well. So Winawer now in a very good position after all those recalls. And this base is now dead. He still has this expansion, the 3rd expansion, and he's still producing only zealots here. Might be time to maybe mix it up a bit and get a bunch of those dragoons, because zealots will not work versus vultures. Oh, another recall in the base. Oh, but I missed half of the zealots. Oh, that's not good. And Winawer has an army at home still, so about 10 zealots came through here in this recall, and I think he was hoping to get all of these as well, but they were a bit out of place to be able to come through. So they didn't do much damage. They got like 1 turret and a bunch of Terran units, not much else. So that was basically just to save up some time to get a new army up. But as you can see, Avanhokie being very low on minerals right now. Only 9 probes in the main base, main expansion. And now 2 tanks moving in here to this expansion. And we have another recall actually. Alright, so another recall. This game is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. So another recall to clean up here for Winawer. And a couple of turrets going down, but not much else except for a bunch of Terran units. So basically didn't hurt that much to the Terran army. But I like this. I like this strategy from Avanhokie. It's really unorthodox and really crazy. Something that I would like to pull off. So I'm probably gonna steal this strategy. Try it out on ladder. Alright. Okay, so Winawer still with a lot of minerals. Avanhokie with a lot of gas, but no minerals. He has a bunch of probes actually idling in the main base that he could move to the expansion. Because he's very low on minerals right now, so he will be needing to do something drastically to get ahead of the Terran player, but he's right now very low in supply as well. This is the whole Terran army right now. That is not much. And this might look like it's over for this base as well. And this can will not be done in time, and these seals will not do the damage that Avanhokie would want them to. And that's the GG. Avanhokie taps out, and that's 2-0 for Winawer. GG! First game goes to Team Drag. And that means that we have a 3-1 score here. Alright. So that was brilliant. I love that strategy from Avanhokie. Maybe a bit too unorthodox. Maybe you need to be having a slightly better plan to pull it off, because that's quite an all-in strategy and you need to have some kind of backup. But I like that he had a lot of arbiters and he kept doing all those recalls. Maybe it would have been a slightly different game if he had put in some of those Dark Templars that he could have produced and made sure the Zealots killed all the turrets and the comsat stations. Then the DTs could have done their work. So need to mix it up a bit, but it's hard on 2 bases to get that much gas that you need for that when you're also producing arbiters. So good job guys and well played. Hope to see more of you guys and hope to cast more of you guys. So